As you can see, I went to the barber on Thursday and got my hair cut. As I was waiting for the barber's chair, I couldn't help but overhear one of the barber and the current occupant of the chair discussing things. And of course, they were discussing politics. And one of the things that the guy in the chair said, "Oh, I hated them both. They were all bad." And for some reason it annoyed me. Not only because, whatever side you were on, you viewed this election as important, that this was an important election, win or lose. But the more I thought about it, the more it's that when you said, "Oh, they're both bad," that means then you don't have to make a decision. "Oh, they're both bad. I'm so pure and great, I don't even need to make a decision." And really what happens then is that we don't. And I think that the widow of Zarephath could very well have been in the same position. Because she's there, as we learned later in the story, she's about ready to die of starvation. All I have left is a little bit of flour and oil, and after this, I'm going to die, and my son too. So I could see her say, "Well, my God obviously ain't up to the task. I'm going to die here." And then this guy Elijah comes along, and he's dealing with a foreign god. After all, she says, "As the Lord your God lives." Why would I want to choose that either? Because after all, I'm dying. And so she could have easily said nothing. She could have easily just ignored Elijah and went off, made her cake, and then died. But instead, she trusted Elijah. She trusted this man who said, "Go and make the cake, but serve me first." Now, if I was the widow of Zarephath, I would probably say, "You got to be kidding me." I bet she's, in my mind, I bet she's even laughing at me, thinking that I might actually do this. But yet she makes that choice to trust in him. And because she trusts in him, she's allowed to believe in the God of Elijah and is fed for the rest of the time. Okay, sure. So we have that. But the one thing I never heard in all my years, not only in this election, but the other elections, saying that both candidates are so wonderful, I just don't know who to choose. They're so great. And yet we have the choice. That's what's the choice that this widow in the gospel reading is placed at. Because after all, she's doing not well, but she's in the middle of the Roman Empire. And so she has a choice to say, okay, do I put everything with the God of the Israelites, or I have two coins, so I can give one to the God of the Israelites and then cover the spread and go and give to some other God as well. They're both okay, so we'll just do that. But instead, she puts it all down on Yahweh. She says that come win or lose, I'm making this choice. And we don't know what happened to her. We don't know whether she starved afterwards or God took care of her. And that's not the point. The point is she made that choice. And for ourselves, just by the very fact that we're here, we make that choice. But even more, we want to make that choice further, saying that whatever happens, I'm going to believe in Jesus Christ. Whatever happens, I will believe in the resurrection of the dead. Whatever happens, I realize that this is where I stand and no other. And if we know that, then we too can be Elijah when we leave here and go out to our family members and friends who are the ones who say, well, all religions are just false. All they want is money. So it really doesn't matter where it is. I don't care. To the persons who are so negative on anything, we can be the Elijah. We can go out and by our witness to them, to bring them back here, to realize the gift that God has given us in the church and in the sacrament and in our faith. To those people who we go out to there and say, well, they're all fine. Let's put the coexist bumper sticker on my car and say, all faiths are just fine. And we can be Elijah to them too, to say that there is only one God, and Jesus Christ is his Son. There is only one person who rose from the dead, and that's Jesus Christ. And that is in that resurrection that is where I make my stand. And that's how I believe in the Catholic Church, why I believe in Jesus Christ. It is up to us that where we stand in our commitment can make us that Elijah to spread the good news. They won't come to me and they won't read it off the internet, but they will listen to a friend. They will listen to a family member. They will only listen if you're a witness yourself. May we stand firm in our belief and our commitment to faith so that we can be Elijah to a world that either is too cynical or too uncaring to make a choice.